The International Olympic Committee has held their first virtual General Assembly since the Tokyo 2020 Games was postponed. Michio Ishida joins us now from Tokyo for more on this. Michio, any updates on the progress of next year's Games?
Yes, well, Tokyo 2020 says that all 42 venues have been secured for next year's Tokyo Olympic Games. And that also includes the Athletes Village and the International Media Center, well, we will be working from. And now the athletes can prepare for next year based on the exactly same schedule. And those who purchase tickets can use the same tickets next year. Torch Relay, the organizing committee says that this will be held in the same route by the same people, volunteers. They will be assigned to the same venue to play the same role as this year. What has to be resolved, what they have to really work on changing is dealing with the financial situation, because sponsorship and licensing will end this year. And these sponsorships are really important for Tokyo 2020 because half of the income for the Tokyo Olympic Games will come from these sponsorships and dealing with COVID-19. Now, this extra cost they have to calculate by this autumn. They have to check and see how much it will cost for immigrations, testing, PCR testing, for example, safe and secure accommodations, transportations, and these, they say, would be the most important issues to tackle. They were alluding to the pro baseball season and the football season starting in Japan just last month, and spectators have been allowed from this month, although the numbers are very small compared to a regular baseball game, for example. And they would like to see how this will work and use these games as an example of how they might run the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games next year, and see how many spectators they would allow into the stadiums, into the venues.
Mitch, the world is in a COVID-19 pandemic. Is the IOC still pressing on with the 2020 Games despite, as we're seeing now, Tokyo reporting a surge in COVID-19 infections? Do you think it could perhaps maybe meet the same backlash as Japan's domestic travel campaign?
Well, it's really difficult to say what's going to happen next year. IOC President Thomas Bach said that, nobody can predict what will be the situation in July 2021. But, they're going ahead with it, with the preparations. And also, it's an agreement made between Prime Minister Shinzo Abe and President Bach in March this year that they will postpone the games and try to, host the games. But Tokyo does not want to host the games if it's going to be postponed again. That's what Prime Minister Abe has been saying, especially that his term as Prime Minister of Japan or President of his party will end next September. And as to the backlash in Japan, actually Tokyo's number of COVID cases has been rising to a record high. Today the report is 293, and the situation doesn't look any better. And Tokyo has been out of this so-called travel campaign where travelers can receive a discount. Tokyo people are the only people who are not allowed to use this campaign. Tokyo is really facing a hardship at this point. We'll have to wait and see if Tokyo can overcome this very difficult situation with the rising number of COVID-19.
And many thanks for that, Michio Ishida, speaking to us from Tokyo.